That's when they got their hoses out, and that's when it was too late. You ready to do this?
Yeah, man. Just gotta put a roof on this.
You guys think Paul is ready for this good day? Hope you're doing just fine. Or no, not just fine.
Not just fine.
Not just fine, but epically, ballsy, awesomely, really superiorly cool. Good day. Welcome back to another BTS. Today I want to talk about fire, especially fire in the house. Paul, have you ever burnt down a house?
I can't say that I have. The closest I ever got, I tried to make popcorn from scratch when I was little. So I put like oil in a pan and like you put a kernel in, and then you're supposed to listen. Like when that kernel pops, you throw in the rest. Well, I never heard that kernel pop, and it was like 20 minutes later, my brother was like, "What's going on with the stove?" And then I opened it, and it immediately lit on fire. And then we were like, "Oh crap!" My brother tried to blow it out, and it blew in his face. Which was really dumb. So it like burnt his eyebrows a little bit. Then he ran in the backyard, and he just like threw it into the snow, and it made like a mushroom cloud. It was like 5 feet tall, just like.
I mean, that's pretty cool. You make a mushroom explosion with oil and one kernel.
Have you ever burned down a house, Jukka?
Yeah, we kind of accidentally did. But there was a couple mistakes that happened, and that was the reason. I've never meaningfully burned down a house.
Didn't you blow one up then?
Well, we blew one, but that's a different thing. I'm not a pyromaniac, but I've accidentally burned down a house. By the way, look at that beautiful house that Paul is building right now, because we want to demonstrate this. This is back in the days. Me, Jarppi, HP, and Jarno, we all got a house from the city of Seinäjoki, our town that we live in. We shook hands with the mayor of the city and everything. And then we moved in. Not only did we destroy it a little bit by playing golf around the house, but then Jarppi is known for being a hungry man. He likes to eat a lot of food.
Sure.
And we had no barbecue at the house at the time. So we decided to make the fire inside the house, and we decided let's do a fire on the living room, on the living room table. Like imagine if we'd do a fire right now on that. That's what happened. We decided to make a fire in the house on the coffee table, and you know how you make a fire in the house? There's a lot of smoke that comes in the house, and it's not that easy to breathe.
Right.
What you do then? How do you get the smoke out of the house?
Open a window.
That's exactly what we did. We opened a window, but what happened at the same time, the fire got so much air that it just blew up.
Can you handle it? You should really get it done.
Literally engulfed the whole room on fire. Like we could see it go up the walls, the ceiling, and this all happened in like 10 seconds. It just spread through the house. Luckily we had fire extinguisher. Unluckily we had used those because we had a fire extinguisher war. So we.
Oh right, you had them, but they were empty.
Yeah.
It's like here, I got it, and then it's like no.
The worst thing is when we're all out of the house, we remember our pet pig is still inside.
The first time you burned it down?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
no.
we get out of the house and our pet pig, Brittany, is still in the house. But then we all made a brave move and we dove in like firefighters, came out of the smoking, fiery house carrying our pet pig.
I'll save the pig.
But he almost became the Christmas ham 6 months early.
You guys are standing in the front yard like, do you smell bacon? Brittany!
Oh! We ended up, burning down a house. We called in the fire department. And the ironic part of it is that the next day we're calling the mayor's office. Because we got this house for free to use.
Explain that, because that seems like a very Finnish thing.
He gave us a house for use.
Here's
not
a house,
to
film a show.
destroy, yeah.
Not to destroy, not to keep.
Not to keep, but just to
film
use
it
and film in it. The next day, after we handshook the whole thing, we got a call from them because the fire department had
Probably heard about it.
Yeah, so kind of the whole city knew about it. So we get a mad, angry call from like the PR person at the mayor's office. Imagine walking into the mayor's office, being all like, well, first of all, it was a mistake. And then,
First of all, love the house.
love the house.
Thanks for
Great.
the house.
I love the interior. I love the yard. More so, I love the yard because that's
yard.
the only thing that is left anymore. But it was just the whole process of walking in there, like the walk of shame.
How old were you guys at this point?
At this point, we were something around like mid-20s. 20s? 22?
25, 22?
22, 24, between that.
Or I always forget, like, yeah, you guys were like kids in a way. 22 is, I mean, that's kind of a kid.
I'm still a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, it's still standing.
But this is even the cooler thing. I mean, the mayor was all cool about it, and they were about to destroy the house anyway, so that's why we could use it. But it was a little bit of a PR nightmare for them, and they just a tiny bit mad. But then we hugged it out, like, you know, Ari does in Entourage. Hug it out.
Yeah.
Let's hug it out, bitch.
But then, the next year, we got another ranch from the town next to Seinäjoki called Ylistaro.
Had they seen the other season of the show?
Yeah, but this was a police that had just retired. He's the one who gave us the house. And he told us that, you know, by the way, I've seen, you don't burn this down because it's a museum house. It's like an old house that had value in it. But then we went back to the old ranch. I think at this point we were filming season 3.
So you're like, season 3, guys, we don't need to destroy houses anymore.
Oh no, we still needed to destroy houses. That's why we went back to the old ranch and we set the house full. Like we wanted to, you know, we wanted to spend one last night in the old ranch before we really move into the new one.
You went back to finish the job.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And we had a bunch of dynamite. We had like explosives with us. You don't have any idea how much dynamite you're supposed to use.
No, this is like a giant microwave. I can't miss this opportunity.
The fun thing is that Jarppi called the fire department before
That's my favorite thing.
we set off the explosives, and we're still in packing and we know we're all doing this, and Jarppi's like, okay, you got 10 seconds to get out. And while we're running out, when we're like, you know, 10 meters away from the house, Jarppi just blows the shit out of it.
3, 2, 1, 0.
And what's your, you know, explosive expertise to know that you weren't making a giant bomb? That, like, how did you know your safety distance?
See the gut feeling?
Gut.
Yeah.
That's
you gotta trust your instincts.
Sure.
I mean, we've played enough with the explosives, we kinda know.
Right.
But if you ask about expertise, none.
Right. But the gut. You have good gut.
We have a really good gut. And it worked out fine.
Jukka is trying to put out the fire.
The only thing I can is burning my wiener.
That's a great story.
Like, I mean, look at our office here, the Dudesons headquarters in the US.
Yeah.
We create a mess in it, but we always take care of it. Like, take care of the consequences. We've accidentally burnt down a house. Do not light a fire in the house, because that won't end up well.
How was it different then to now?
Well, it was different, very different. We were just young little boys having fun, and we maybe had like an additional camera guy. So it was really real. It's like us going in there, having fun, usually everything escalating into something that got us in trouble. But then we always took care of the consequences. Looking at life, I think life is a journey that you gotta enjoy, and every bit matters equally. Like, I can't say that it was better then or it's better now. I just love it all. But it was so real. Like, we were just out of high school, out of gymnasium, and we're just filming, living the dream. We got a show. We got our own show on Finnish TV. That's what I love about shooting for YouTube and shooting for you. When you do a US show, you have like crew of 50 people. And then there's so many legal things, and there's approvals by network, and there's notes, and blah, blah, blah. But like, doing this and what we've been doing on the blog channel, we can just decide on our own what do we want to do and just go at it and start shooting and put it out tomorrow, and you'll see it right away.
Yeah, like the way you're describing like what it was like then, where it's like, oh, it's just us and like maybe a cameraman and something like, and I'm thinking like, that's what it is now. Like now it's kind of closer to that probably than it has been since, because since then you did MTV show and you did like bigger production shows in Finland. And now it feels almost like it's like back to the roots a little bit in a way, you know?
It
Obviously
is. It's
evolved,
exactly
but
that. It's
different,
like back to the roots, and it's a great balance between being able to do both. Like in Finland, the other Dudesons are doing Posse, which is the biggest network in Finland, the biggest variety show that they have. It's like Jimmy Fallon, but put that together with the Dudesons.
Right.
And that's what they're doing. But on the other side, you can keep doing the digital stuff. You can do YouTube, and that's the fun part of it. Is I love doing the big stuff and the produced stuff, but then on the other hand, I want to be transparent and genuine and just do what I want. You know, be in direct conversation with you guys. But you know, let's see what happens when you put a fire in the house, right?
Let's find out. This is the house I made. I'm kind of proud of it.
So we tried to put a grill in the house, but now we're actually putting a house in a grill. Let's see if that works out better. By the way, that is just absolutely beautiful. I really like your work on that, Paul.
Thanks, man. You know, my dad's an architect.
Oh, really?
Don't know if you can tell.
By the way, that's the table that we did the fire on.
Oh, so we'll put it in here.
Yeah, it has
we'll
to
put
be
it
inside.
in the inside. So there's the table that you did the fire on. Here's just a couple of chairs so that people can sit. All right.
All right, let's see what happens.
This is a house on a grill. There she goes.
Well, it blew up fast. It was like immediate. Huh.
Are we full blast?
Yeah. But here's the point. We're trying to burn down a house and we're not successful at it. But when we did not try to burn down the house, it actually blew up in our hands.
Sometimes things happen when you don't try. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's what happened. That's like exactly what happened. That's what it looks like. And that's what happened. And that's when we called the fire department. And that's also when, and this is when they arrived. That's when they got their hoses out. And that's when it was too late.
That was a nice demonstration.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We made it work.
indeed.
Lesson of the life is do not play with fire. Don't make a fire inside. All right, thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed it. To kind of like take a little sneak peek into the past of burning houses. I'll see you guys again. Hope you're having a great summer. All right, peace, love, and happiness, people.
That was a dumb idea. Let's go.
Pretend to be innocent. Smile nice.
Okay.